Finding the perfect AV receiver can be the key to unlocking the full potential of your home entertainment system. With so many options out there, it can feel overwhelming to choose the right one. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the top 5 best AV receivers that stand out for their impressive sound quality, seamless connectivity, and innovative features. Whether you're setting up a home theater, upgrading your audio gear, or simply looking for a better way to enjoy your music and movies, these AV receivers offer the best of everything. Stick around as we break down what makes each of these models a top contender and help you find the perfect match for your needs.
This video is presented to you by Trusty Picks.
To make an informed decision, consider the following factors. Choose a receiver with sufficient watts per channel WPC for your room size. A 5.1 or 7.1 channel setup is ideal for surround sound, while 9.1 or higher is great for Dolby Atmos. Ensure compatibility with modern audio formats like Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. And check for support of 4K and HDR for high-quality video output. Look for receivers with plenty of HDMI inputs, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth for seamless streaming. Also, features like automatic room calibration, e.g. Odyssey, are useful for optimizing sound quality. Choosing the right AV receiver ensures a quality audio-visual experience and enhances your home entertainment setup. Number 6. Marantz Cinema 70S. Available in silver gold to UK buyers and black only in the US and Australia, the Marantz Cinema 70 is a half-height lifestyle AV receiver perfect for smaller spaces and viewing rooms. The sonic signature has a warm sound that works with high-res audio as well as movies and gamers. You can run a 5.1.2 Atmos setup with a uniform 50 W delivered across all 7 channels and was peerless with movie soundtracks. In Army of Thieves Dolby Atmos Netflix, our reviewer really got the sense that they were traveling into the inner mechanism of the safe when Ludwig Dieter lays his hands on the lock during the safe-cracking competition. The clicky travel of the dial is crisply delineated against the symphonic score, which rises all around. Hooked up to a Fire TV stick listening to Dolby Atmos music mixes from Tidal, our reviewer was thrilled at just how seamlessly the 360 presentation was. Billy Porter's Break a Sweat places the listener firmly in the middle of the dance floor, with horns in the surround, the vocal dead center, and the main beat gyrating across the LCR. In our 5.1.2 configuration, there were no sonic gaps or dips with any kind of content, just a totally immersive listening experience. Number 5. Sony STR-N1000D. The STR-N1000 is a 7.2 GHz AV receiver, which is not only Dolby Atmos and DTS-X enabled, but it supports native 360 reality audio and also boasts 360 spatial sound mapping. The latter is particularly interesting and effectively provides virtual speakers to fill in the gaps. It applies psychoacoustic processing to subjectively move actual speakers into more immersive virtual positions. It can be applied to stereo sources to create a surprisingly convincing multi-channel effect, and overlaid on native immersive audio formats like Dolby Atmos to virtually enhance the soundstage. Sony quotes a power output of 2 × 120 W into ohms, or roughly 85 W per channel. It's not a volume monster, but will suffice in a typically living room or studio apartment. It's an exciting listen, with smooth sonic steerage of objects and real sense of drama. It sounds bigger than its power specification implies and handles blockbusters with authority. Just take care with the setup. Number 4. Marantz Cinema 50. The Marantz Cinema 50 is one of the most future-proof home theater amps we've seen. The connectivity on offer is truly impressive, with 8K and 4K 120 support, 6 HDMI inputs plus 3 outputs, and an impressive auto-calibration system. Format support is extensive, with Dolby Atmos, DTS-X and RO3D capable, as well as Sony's 360 reality audio. It's also IMAX Enhanced certified, which could come into its own when Disney Plus starts streaming IMAX audio mixes. If you're looking for an AV amp that can deliver massive dynamics, with whip-crack fast transients and a fearsome bass extension, The Cinema 50 doesn't disappoint. It's a tremendously exciting listen and steers gunfire shootouts beautifully with effortless panning, and even at high volume there's no hint of strain. It does music well too. Marantz's lauded HDAM amplification circuitry is warm and melodious. In two-channel mode, we'd say the Cinema 50 is comparable to a high-quality mid-range stereo amp, and with strong format support is as future-proof as they come right now. Number 3. Onkyo TX-NR7100. The TX-NR7100 is perfectly suited to movie and gaming fans alike. It has strong connectivity for hooking up ultra-high-res or fast frame rate sources. All 6 HDMI inputs offer 8K and 4K 120 Hz playback support. It boasts 100W per channel amplification and can be configured for up to 7.1.2 or 5.1.4 Dolby Atmos loudspeakers. There's also DTS:X compatibility, plus IMAX enhanced certification, and THX post-processing. Installation is aided by a step-by-step on-screen guide. It's similar to what we've seen on the Denon AVR-X4800H and Marantz Cinema 50 AV receivers, albeit without the polish. There are two options when it comes to room EQ: Onkyo's own AccuEQ system and Dirac Live room correction. Both deliver excellent results, but Dirac Live was our reviewer's preference. THX is a feature that has fallen from favor when it comes to home theater, but it still has value when it comes to upmixing. It brought a huge improvement in staging and storytelling to sci-fi-based TV dramas, as the THX processing adds scale and extra ambience to on-screen drama. The AVR also handles complex sound sequences well, with satisfying placement of objects and pans from stage left to right. It can sound ominous and heavy with deep rumbles rolling across the sound field. With thunderous LFE low-frequency effects, you can almost feel. Stereo music is less effective and there are better AV receivers with audiophile sensibilities, but when it comes to value, features, and overall performance for home theaters, the TX-NR1000 can deliver. Number 2. Denon AVR-X4800H. Denon's AVR-X4700H provides an affordable jumping-on point for the brand's 2021 X Series AV receivers. The price tag hints at budget components, but in a smaller viewing room, rather than a cavernous theater, it defies expectations. While this one might not have as many channels, it's still a great AV receiver for most people. There are plenty of HMDI ports on the back so you can hook up loads of devices. And there's an easy setup menu when you hook it up to your TV or projector. It's a solid piece of kit that gives your home cinema system a good centerpiece. In our listening tests, it gave a punchy delivery and has no problem with action-orientated soundtracks. Plus, it's nuanced enough to portray subtle ambiance too. Power output is rated at 150W for multi-channel, which is generous, and it'll support a 5.1.2 channel configuration, or conventional 7.1 surround, depending on how you've set up your loudspeakers. There's also 8K support, albeit via a single HDMI 2.1 input. Number 1. Denon AVR-X4800H. A sonic tour de force, the X4800H is a home theater amplifier with long-term appeal. The provision of a full board of 8K, 4K, 120 HD HDMI inputs and coverage of all the significant home cinema sound formats ensures that this Denon amp will partner any display or source you might acquire for a long time to come. It's not a small box by any stretch of the imagination, but that just means it's filled with loads of impressive amplification internals. 9 channels of channels mean that you can attach a massive surround or Atmos system. The screen on the front makes it easy to read what mode it's in. And then there's an easy setup mode when you plug it into your TV or projector. From there, you can set up all of the different settings and features to get the most out of your receiver. The sound profile is best described as visceral. The soundstage is crisp and detailed, but there is a sense of power and precision as well. Directional panning is totally convincing. While Denon rates onboard power at 9 times 125W into 8 ohms, 200W into ohms, it sounds rather more muscular than that. This is a blockbuster amplifier, designed for blockbusters, but is also darn good with music, sounding light and agile, with 2-channel stereo and seamlessly immersive. With 3D audio mixes,